What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Motor City Lions talk. Previewing and predicting Detroit Lions going to the Superdome in Louisiana, taking on the New Orleans Saints. And let's talk about the Saints real quick. Obviously, a lot of people wrote the Saints off. I think they started off 0-2 this year. Sam Bradford looking like Joe Montana in the first game. And then Brady raping the defense. But apparently the defense has gotten it together. They look good versus Carolina. But Cam might not have been on track, but we'll see. And they look good versus Miami, which is just it's not going well there. It's not going well in Miami. You got coaches doing, lines of cocaine, and Jay Cutler is just stressing the organization out. But this is the real true litmus test for them. The defense has been playing well the last 2 weeks for them. After getting, straight shredded the first 2 weeks. And Sean Payton had a lot of confidence in the defense coming in the season. And it seems like they're starting to hit a little bit of a stride going into the second quarter of the season. And they got a lot of young guys. Marshawn Lattimore out of Ohio State. You still got Kenny Vaccaro in the back. Cam up front. You got, they good defense, but they really haven't been tested. Miami is Miami, and Carolina looked good versus Detroit, but they did get smashed by New Orleans. But maybe Cam I don't think he had really fully practiced until they played the Lions. So apparently we caught them at a bad time. But for the Lions, it was injuries. Haloti Ngata is out for the season with a bicep injury, and most people might just throw that to the side and say, he ain't shit. Well, Ngata was doing very well this year. I was paying attention in the trenches. He was, taking up double teams, allowing other people to stay free. And maybe they might bring Amani Bryant back. They cut him this Monday when they had to. They didn't want to put up with his BS, but maybe now with Ngata out, they might bring him back. He's a guy that's able to play inside and outside, and his sack production went up each year from Cleveland all the way to Detroit. Also, Stafford is dealing with a leg injury, but on track to make his 101st straight consecutive start. I'm going to talk about that in 1 second. Also, Kenny Galladay didn't practice today, but he's on track to make his make his start. He ain't got 100 starts, but he's on track to make his his return to the field. And let me talk about Stafford first. When making $135 million, you're going to play some injuries. Back those days when we had Sean Hill, he had spelled him when he got injured sometimes with some minor injuries for a game or two. Them days are over with. You got to play through some injuries. And, two big factors that's been messing with the Lions before I get into the full breakdown mode that a lot of people don't talk about. They talk about how bad the offensive line is. But once your left tackle is your worst spot on the offensive line, and Greg Robinson, if your left tackle nothing, your offensive line is nothing. So you have to keep somebody on the side of him. Left tackle, you got to get a chip out the backfield. He can't handle his own, so it's basically just hold the fort until Taylor Decker gets back in the middle of November. Hopefully he gets back, he's 100%, he's able to plug right in, because Greg Robinson is messing everything up. Because you can't build camaraderie when you got a guy who's just not talented enough to play the left side. And the left side for a right-handed quarterback is the blind side, is the most important side of the offensive line. So, and also Kenny Galladay, he takes away a legit deep threat, for the Lions. I think he's the really only deep threat for the Lions, because Marvin Jones is just not getting open versus number one coverage. So our best matchup is Kenny Galladay, versus number 2 and number 3 cornerbacks. That's our best matchup. And you take him away in his vertical threat, he's the biggest receiver we got. Marvin Jones is 6'2", but he's playing like he's 5'11". And TJ Jones, he's formidable as a 4th and 3rd receiver sometimes. But Kenny Galladay is very important to what the Lions do, and giving, especially in the red zone, giving them another big threat. And, also Eric Ebron, it's time to be benched. I understand that, he's looking for Stafford for guidance, but Stafford can't help you catch the ball. He can't put the stick-em on your gloves. I think it's time for them to cut him. I think I would have traded him for Adrian Peterson or something like that. But the Cardinals did trade for Adrian Peterson. He won't be playing for New Orleans. New Orleans, same offense. Same offense Joe Lombardi tried to run here and said Stafford couldn't pick up. And it looks like the league has adjusted to the offense. And Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints are still trigger happy with the pass. They like the pass slot. They don't want to stay committed to the run, and that's the issue with the New Orleans Saints offense. When your defense is bad, your run game is, it's your best defense sometimes. And that's what the Lions get in trouble with. They're not able to run the ball neither. And even when Joe Lombardi was running this offense, they're not able to run the ball. And when you run the ball, it kind of closes some deficiencies in your team. Possession, keep your defense more fresher. And it makes the other offense, more lethargic because they're not getting into a rhythm. And neither one of these teams like to run the ball. Will it be a shootout? Possibly. But the Detroit Lions and Terrell Austin have the New Orleans Saints number. The Lions have beat them 4 times. They're very familiar with the offense. They see it in practice every day when Joe Lombardi used to run it here. And they know how to play this offense. They've seen it in practice. I said again. Glover Quinn knows how to play it. Darius Slade knows it. All these guys know this offense. And it's less potent without the Darren Sproles. They don't have a dynamic back out the backfield like Darren Sproles. They don't have a Jimmy Graham anymore. They don't have a Brandon Cooks anymore. It's basically Mike Thomas and I think Willie Snead. And I think he might be suspended. I think he might be coming back this week or something like that. Willie Snead, one of those receivers over there is suspended. And Ted Ginn Jr. over there. They got a lot of speed over there. But if you're able to get your hands and take away Mike Thomas and make everybody else beat you, then you have a chance. You don't have to worry about playing the run too much. You just play the pass and put some pressure on Drew Brees. They know how to play that's offense, What's the real wild card is the New Orleans Saints defense and the Detroit defense as well. Because I say that because after last week being exposed by Carolina's big receivers, which won't be presented as a problem this week, see how Darius Slade bounced back. A lot of people say, Slade ain't what he said. Hey, man, everybody has a bad game. Bounce back, look at the film. Jerry Davis had a bad game as well. He's coming back off a neck and a concussion injury. So let's just see, how these guys respond, how we make the adjustments. And Carolina did a lot of different things, a lot of trick plays as well, a lot of motion, moving, and we still almost won that game. And one thing I failed to mention in the water cooler talk, I would love to see the Detroit Lions, when Stafford leg get healthy and you get Galladay back, go to a no-huddle or a faster-paced offense. It seems like Matthew Stafford is better at a no-huddle and a faster pace. I would love to see that. I think it would pick up the run game. I think it would pick up Stafford's rhythm, completion rate, and I think we'd be able to score some more touchdowns. I think they should go to a no-huddle. And it would slow down the pass rush and give Greg Robinson, a chance. But for New Orleans, it's all about Drew Brees, He's not mobile, but he can make moves in the pocket. He's still got a live enough arm. Mike Thomas, Ted Ginn, it's all about the deep attack. They want to stretch you deep. So you got to get there. You got to not let him get to the 5 or 7 step drop and be able to, survey and get to his first, second, and third read. You got to give him one read and, you got to get him. He's hard to tackle and maneuver in the pocket as well. For the Lions offensively, we talked defensively already, just making plays and catching the ball. If Marvin Jones can't get open and Golden Tate can't play on the outside, you got to put him in unbumpable situation routes. You got to bunch him up. But Jim Bob Cooter has to make the adjustment. He might not have the personnel that he wants to run his offense, but he has to make the adjustment. You got to bunch these guys up. You got to line them off the line. You got to give them clean releases because Golden Tate is too small to play on the outside. They're going to bump and run him and throw him off his route. So you got to primary play him in the slot, play Galladay at the 2 and Marvin Jones at the 1 and TJ Jones in the slot. And you got to put just dump the idea of putting Eric Ebron in there and make him a situational pass catcher. Let's play Fells and Roberts and get them going. I like the Detroit Lions in this game. I like them 28-24 over the New Orleans Saints. I think Saints have some success, but I think the Lions eke it out and Stafford's healthy enough to play. We gone.